Robert Kiyosaki, an investor, entrepreneur and best-selling author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, has inspired millions of people around the world with his thoughts on personal finance and investing. One of the core of Kiyosaki's teachings is the importance of mindset in determining a person's financial success. According to him, the difference between rich people and poor people is not solely in the amount of money they have, but in the way they think and the habits they have towards money. In this narrative, we will discuss in depth the mindsets of rich people and poor people based on the teachings of Robert Kiyosaki, and how we can change our mindset to achieve financial freedom. Who is Robert Kiyosaki? Robert Kiyosaki was born on April 8, 1947, in Hilo, Hawaii. He is best known as the author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which was first published in 1997 and has sold millions of copies worldwide. In this book, Kiyosaki compares two father figures: Rich Dad, rich father, who is the father of his best friend, and Poor Dad, poor father, who is his own biological father. Rich Dad has an entrepreneurial and investment mindset, while Poor Dad has an employee mindset and relies on salary. Mindset is a person's way of thinking or viewing themselves, the world, and life's problems. In a financial context, mindset determines how a person views money, income, work, investments, and risk. Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes that true financial change must start with a change in mindset. Differences in mindsets of rich people and poor people. 1. How to view money. Poor people work for money. Rich people make money work for them. 2. How to make money. Poor people focus on active income, salary. Rich people focus on passive income, investments, business. 3. How to use time. Poor people use time to earn money. Rich people spend time building assets. Attitude towards risk. Poor people avoid risks. Rich people study and manage risk. 5. How to study. Poor people study to get a job. Rich people learn to create jobs. 6. Mindset about spending. Poor people buy consumer goods. Rich people buy assets that produce income. 7. Reaction to problems. The poor man says, "I can't." Rich people ask, "How can I?" 8. How to manage money. Poor people don't have a financial plan. Rich people plan, record, and evaluate their cash flows. Real examples of mindset differences in everyday life. Let's see how this mindset works in practice. Education case. Poor people encourage their children to go to high school to get good jobs. Rich people encourage their children to learn financial skills and think creatively so they can create businesses. Salary case. When receiving a salary increase, poor people tend to improve their lifestyle, more consumer spending, while rich people use the additional money to buy assets or invest. Debt case. Poor people are trapped in consumer debt, credit card debt, installments for goods, while rich people use productive debt, business capital or property loans, which can make more money. Changing mindset, the first step to wealth. 1. Realize old patterns. Note how you have always thought about money. Are you afraid of money? Do you only rely on your salary? 2. Start learning financial literacy. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of learning about financial statements, assets versus assets, liabilities, cash flows, and investments. 3. Dare to take action. Change your consumptive lifestyle to a productive one, starting from small things. For example, selling online, small investments, or preparing a monthly budget. 4. Surround yourself with positive people. Look for a community or mentor who has a success and wealth mindset. 5. Develop rich people's habits. Get into the habit of recording expenses, reading financial books, listening to business podcasts, and thinking long-term. Habits of rich people. Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes that rich people not only think differently, but they also have habits that support their financial success. Here are some of the main habits that distinguish rich people. 1. Reading finance and business books. Rich people keep learning. They read books about investing, business, and self-development. Kiyosaki himself recommends books such as The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. 2. Regularly review and manage cash flow. Rich people know where their money goes. They record income and expenses regularly and evaluate their financial strategies every month. E3 investment is a priority. They set aside money not only to save, but also to invest in assets such as property, shares, businesses, or other financial instruments. 4. Surround yourself with successful people. A supportive environment is key. They learn from mentors, join business communities, and make friends with people who share the same goals. 5. Long-term thinking. Rich people don't look for instant results. They are willing to work hard at the beginning for great results in the future. They see investing as a growth process, not a get-rich-quick tool. 6. Able to delay gratification. While poor people are tempted by discounts and impulse shopping, rich people know when to restrain themselves and when to allocate money to more important things. 7. Focus on assets, not liabilities. Every financial decision is looked at from the perspective of, will this make me money or cost me money? This principle is the main filter in financial decision-making. 8. Used to innovate and take measured risks. They see opportunities where others see problems. Risks are not to be avoided, but to be studied and managed. Conclusion. The main difference between rich people and poor people is not in how hard they work, but in how they think and make decisions about money. Rich people have a mindset that is focused on building assets, increasing financial literacy, and investing in themselves and their businesses. In contrast, poor people tend to be trapped in a cycle of consumption and dependence on active income. Mindset can be changed. Anyone can learn to be wiser in managing money and create a better financial future. Start with small habits, such as recording expenses and reading financial books. Over time, these small changes will have a big impact on your life. Thank you for reading this narrative to the end. If you find this article useful, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss other educational content about finance, investment, and self-development. Together, we can grow and achieve the financial freedom we dream of.